Hey guys, Dr. Lamington here, back with another video, now with my face this time. This is going to be a much more sort of chill video. I don't have a script, I just have a few notes on my computer screen, which you can probably see reflected in my glasses. But, as the title says, I finally watched Steven Universe. I just finished Future literally a couple of hours ago, and I just want to sort of talk about it for a bit. Now, I'd heard a lot of stuff about this show. I'd heard that it was very gay. I'd heard it was very autistic. And I'd also heard that the finale was fucking terrible. Whilst those first two are definitely right, the last one is no, not at all. But I'll get to that. So let's start with the characters, which, yeah, that's my favorite part of any story. So, Steven, he's really fun. Like I said, I'd had sort of the internet tell me stuff about what he was like before I watched the show. And the internet keeps saying, oh, he's just some guy who cries a lot. And, whilst yes, he does cry, that's not all he does. He's a really fun, and he's just very fun protagonist. He's got a really awesome personality. I love his arc. I love the journey he goes on from the very beginning, from the episode, from Gem Glow to the future, and everything in between. It's all a brilliant arc for him. Learning who he is, learning like about who he is, his past, moving on past his own past, his family's past, his mum's past, to make something of his own. And I liked it a lot. Pearl is another great character. For a while, I kind of fucking hated her because I don't know. Like I didn't hate her. I just found she could get annoying sometimes with, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I think mainly due to like how worked up she was about Rose being gone and everything, and how she saw Steven because of it. But that pretty much all ended with, I forget the name of the episode, but it's the one where they all go to the New York or Empire City, and the whole song, It's Over, Isn't It? That was a brilliant episode and a brilliant song, and that's one of the best moments for Pearl, I feel. Amethyst is very, very silly, and I love her for that. I love silly characters, and Amethyst is one of the most, I wouldn't say she's the epitome of silly. That goes to two more characters that come down, that I'll talk about a bit later. But, yeah, Amethyst. I just keep calling her silly. That's not good enough for a fucking analysis, Dr. Lamington. But it's her whole thing with, she's an amethyst, she was grown in the kindergartens, and all the amethysts are all big and strong and tough, and she's not, and how like other characters like Jasper like look down on her because of it, and how she like perseveres through all that is really awesome. And I think like the bond between Amethyst and Steven is so fucking precious to me. Oh man, it is genuinely so beautiful. Any episode that was about them, I would just immediately love so much. And another character who I really love Steven with is his dad, Greg. Because I don't know, Greg was just such a sweet guy. And every time he would call Steven Struble, my heart would just be like, oh my gosh, I love this guy so much. He's such a nice guy. Also, his song, Let Me Drive My Van Into Your Heart. Oh, that is a fucking banger. I gotta say, it's a banger. And then continuing on with more great relationships with Steven. Connie. I really loved her a lot. I think she could have been used a bit more later on. I think she really peaked earlier on in earlier episodes where she was trying to hide stuff from her parents and everything. But that's not, I'm not saying that after that she like got bad, she became a bad character or anything. No, she got bad, she like continued to grow, and I loved her for that. But I just like, it's more so just a thing of personal preference, where I personally preferred other aspects to other stuff, but she's still very good the whole time. Now Lapis Lazuli, first off, I spent my Minecraft self always thought it was pronounced Lazuli. Maybe it is pronounced Lazuli, and then the show was just wrong, and it's not Lazuli. But what do I know? I'm not a fucking geologist. I don't know shit about rocks. Who do I look like? I would have named some geologist, but I don't fucking know any geologists. If geology isn't the study of rocks, I'm gonna look so fucking stupid. Oh god. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to be talking about Lapis. Yeah. So great, and I sound like a fucking broken record. I just say, yeah, Steven, great character. Pearl, great character. Amethyst, great character. Greg, gay character. Gay character? Yes, Greg is a gay character. Because I said so, and everyone is gay. Because if I say someone's gay, they're gay. And I keep getting distracted from talking about Lapis. Oh god, what is wrong with me? I think Lapis, it's similar with Connie, where I really it's like, okay, it's not really her character. I think her character, I love her character a lot more later on, mainly because she's able to be herself is the thing. Whilst earlier on, I really loved the storylines with her and Jasper, and the way their relationship and their fusion is portrayed as a hate in that toxic relationship sort of way. I really enjoyed how that was done, and yeah, oh yeah, and Jasper, fuck Jasper. I fucking hate Jasper. Jasper should die. I mean, she did, but then she got revived, but I don't care. So yeah, fuck Jasper. Fuck Jasper for hurting Lapis, because Lapis is just a really nice, yeah, I don't know, I don't really have much more to say, except that I really like the dynamic between her and who is my favorite character of the entire show, Peridot. Peridot is the ultimate autism. Everything about her is just pure fucking autism, and I love her for that. I can't get over how much I love how fucking autistic she is. Like, I've got autism, and I've never felt, and it's like, obviously there's other great representation I've seen, but Peridot just represents so much of what amazingness about autism, and just how silly she can be, but also a lot of it, but also a lot of relatability comes from how she's portrayed with the way she interacts socially and everything, with not understanding different aspects of and not understanding different social cues and all that. So yeah, best character of the show. And there's a lot of other really great characters that aren't like part of like the main Crystal Gem squad. Like, I like pretty much all the different citizens of Beach City. I love them. I love all the, like, what's his name? I forgot, the Ronaldo, all the cool kids, Buck, Sour Cream, and Jenny, I think that's what's the name. I probably got that wrong. And Sadie, Sadie's also a really fun character. But probably the biggest surprise to me was how much I ended up really fucking loving Lars. Like, when I first started watching the show, I thought, oh, he's just gonna be a kind of annoying character who just gets annoyed by Steven. But he had one of the best arcs in the show, in my opinion. Like, I was kind of disappointed we didn't get to see more of him out in space in this final season. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe just how much I grew to actually really love Lars. And Now, there is probably one character who you're probably thinking, how the fuck did you forget this character? She's literally in the fucking intro sequence, and now let's talk about Garnet. Garnet is also one of my favorite characters. I don't exactly know what I love about Garnet. It could be a factor between like how just cool she is, like she's just cool. That's who she is, she's just cool. Or like how much she clearly loves Steven and how much of a mother figure she is to him. And that also applies to Pearl. Pearl is also very much like a mother figure to Steven. But it also, another reason why I probably love her a lot is that she's quite literally the embodiment of gay. Like, she's literally a fusion of a gay couple. And those two, that gay couple, I also very much love. Ruby and Sapphire. Especially Ruby, I fucking adore. Ruby is genuinely kind of fucking adorable sometimes. I don't know, I think it's her voice. I say her voice, like all the Rubies have the same voice. I'm pretty sure they're all voiced by the same person. I haven't actually looked that up. Sapphire is also very nice, and I love the sort of their romance together, how it's shown and all that. And just on the topic of fusions are also just such a cool concept, and I go autistic whenever a new fusion came up. I think apart from the obvious choice of Garnet, the best one is definitely Smoky Quartz, which was Steven and Amethyst. And yeah, I don't know why. I think the reason I love Smoky Quartz so much is mainly just because of how much I love Steven and Amethyst's bond, honestly. That's pretty much all the characters I really want to talk about. But there's obviously a lot more stuff. There's the songs. The songs are absolute bangers. I already talked about how much how I liked It's Over, Isn't It? And Let Me Drive My Van Into Your Heart. But other great songs I find were the actual theme song, We Are the Crystal Gems. There was also, Stronger Than You, Giant Woman. There was one other really great one. I forget what it's called. Oh, that's right. I think it's called like Over and Over from the movie. I didn't actually check what the song title was called, but the one where Spinel first arrives, that one. But let's move on again to the story. I find pretty good. I like I very much enjoyed the sort of episodes where there was just fun, silly adventures, nothing bad happening. But the actual main, deeper, more plot-driven storyline and the gem homeworld and the diamonds and Rose and all that shit, I found very intriguing. A lot of people shit on the finale. I don't know why. I thought it was pretty good. Maybe it could have been a bit longer, but I don't get what's the problem. I was crying a lot. I cried a lot. But then I thought it was a pretty good conclusion and all that, and it was very nice to see it all end. But then the movie came along. I really loved the movie. Basically everything. I love the characters, I love everything, all the different bonds and all that. I love Spinel. I think she's very, very silly. Her and Peridot are the ultimate sillies. I think I did it. Yeah, they're the ultimate sillies. Not Amethyst is very Amethyst is very silly, but Spinel and Peridot are the ultimate sillies. Amethyst is also semi-ultimate silly, but like if you had to pick the top two, it's Spinel and Peridot, obviously. I also just love seeing just what is going on in the future, on like where all the characters are now after like I think it was 2 years since the end of the show. And speaking of future, Steven Universe future, I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a really good sort of exploration of Steven's trauma and just Because, like, yes, I forget her name, but Connie's mom, when he's talking to her in the hospital and all the things he's been through, like, yeah, he went through so much fucking horrible shit when he was just 13, 14. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, people love to joke about a lot of characters being traumatized in cartoons, but I feel like Steven might have the record for most traumatized. Like, it's actually fucking insane how much he's gone through. And I love that sort of like look into his psyche and how much it's affected him. And I thought the ending of it was just brilliant, and with how he was eventually able to, obviously, like, trauma's not something you can completely overcome, but like, he was able to like move on from his past and look and start, and instead of like thinking about like, oh, I have to do this for everyone, he's like, I can finally do something for myself. And he was able to move on and, well, yeah, move on and go on to move on with his life. No more gem shenanigans, just whatever he wants. Go off and spend his life with Connie. So, yeah, those are my sort of unscripted, with a few notes, thoughts about Steven Universe, which I have finally watched. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this different style of video, and I'll see you in another one. Goodbye.
If I could begin to be half of what you think of me, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. When I see the way you act, wondering when I'm coming back,